Welcome to the adventures of Shogun Fafnir Panchi, mighty liberator of Korea, the new realm of Japan, the peninsula of Japan 2.0. Today, a dragon's going to tell us about how we can make medicine better. Thank you, dragon. Anyway, I've got to point out, just start off with, I'm going to be moving house over the next couple of weeks. There will be, basically, I want an internet connection for a couple of days, potentially. So, I'm working on getting a backlog set up so we don't miss any days of content. However, that does mean that there will be some comments that, comments would basically be a day delayed, essentially. So, just bear that in mind. If you leave anything on this episode, it'll be the episode after the next one that I can actually respond to it, because I'm trying to get ahead, just in case. Look, UK internet, not known for being particularly reliable, especially the companies. So, bear that in mind that I might be longer without internet than I actually expect. So anyway, let's blitz ahead with my man, Fafnir. So we've kind of got a choice, really. We can throw in the towel here as Fafnir and start playing as Frank straight away. I'm really trying to capitalize on the fact that this kid has everything going for him right now. While he's still at the early stages, you know, the first level of grayscale, he's got the premature eyes, nothing going for him quite yet. We can guide his destiny a bit more if we play as Frank ourselves. Alternatively, we keep playing as Fafnir and restore the Chrysanthemum throne. I think that will be a better job for Frank. So our goal as Fafnir will be to dismantle the Imperial Court. Bear in mind, when we flip over to the Japanese Imperial Government type, it's going to fuck with things anyway. I can't remember exactly what we said yesterday was going to mess with that. Oh, that's it, of course. To become the king of anime, we need Korea, China, and Japan. And we can't hold through simultaneous empire titles while we have the Imperial Court running. So we need to, as this guy, basically rule for a few more years yet. You know, try and get a contingency kid going. We'll throw away the Imperial Court, and then the second that's done, we will pave the way for young Frank by committing that seppuku we were asked to commit many, many years ago by our very jealous uncle. I've noticed with the Dragon King mod as well that there are a lot of fucking dragons. Like, it's not a particularly rare thing to occur. I mean, we've seen multiple members of our family now. I'm pretty sure the guy that we just saw, the guy friend to try and become a renowned physician, was somebody we've seen previously anyway. Hang on, are these all host wars? I would appreciate, game, if you fucking told me about that. Just coming out of nowhere there. I need to adjust the message settings in a second. Who are you? Wang Wang Hakjun. Oh, this is the previous ruler of Korea, right? Or at least the dynasty. Okay. Sympathetic of Jin. Right, so Korea has moved up towards Russia now. I mean, it would keep them at peace. We could even potentially end up vassalizing a lot of these guys. Build up a power base up here. Sort of solidify our control over the peninsula a bit more. And then go full way. We might even want to try and ally ourselves with Nusantara. Nusantara? I have no idea how you say that. But they would make for some pretty decent allies. If we could pull it off. And then a two-pronged attack. Japan from the north, especially if we unify all of this stuff. These guys from the south. And hey, if we could get the Mongols involved, we could pull apart China between a few of us. Because there's no way in hell we're going to do it with ourselves. I don't think we could conquest enough land. Bear in mind, all the Siberian land is not really very good. Particularly all the way up here. It's a tribal holding in the middle of nowhere. What is it? It's actually Korean culture up there. Wow. I think for the time being, I'll decline them, because we might just want to straight up vassalize them. First things first, we've got to do with these guys. So I imagine we've got, I was about to say, a pretty decent retinue cap at this stage. We absolutely do. Should we start building up, like... We can start building up, like, a tribal retinue, you fool. A cultural retinue instead. So we can go full-blown nothing but samurai. Heavy infantry attack 40%, and then pikeman defense 40%. That's not too bad. I'm thinking we throw a couple of... Should we throw out half the army in samurai, and then pepper it with light infantry, whatever's left? We've got enough gold to be doing this. Absolutely not. Not for a retinue quite this size. This is going to be gigantic. Holy shit. Okay, well, let's throw in some cavalry, too, with the last of what we got left there. So that way we're looking at... 7,900, about 8,000 light, heavy infantry, 5,500 pikemen, 8,000 light cavalry, and that's using up over half of our retinue cap, to be fair. That's not too bad, though. That's not too bad. Kind of hoping we can wait long enough for our troops to have reinforced a little bit before we move them in here. Let's get them on the ship, so we'll just go ahead and drop them in Korea. How fast are they reinforcing as well? Oh, no. She became celibate. Well, if this last kid doesn't end up being a backup Grey bloodline character, I have no more qualms about throwing Fafnir away, taking that seppuku we were supposed to take. The only reason that I was a bit more reluctant to dive into playing Framp straight away is because we wanted a contingency plan. That is now no longer possible, unless we start the raiding over in Ireland, Brittany, Wales, wherever. Go raiding all the Celtic nations again to try and get another character with these. The stars very much aligned getting her. We're not going to pull that off a second time, I'm afraid. So in terms of reinforcements, we're looking at 1,063 soldiers from fucking hell. Luckily, they've split their armies up very, very, very small. We'll go and land far in this corner, and that way we'll leave them on there for a... This is a bit risky, I will admit. I could just raise some troops, but it's such a ball. Like, someone just say they're trying to kill Frank. If someone kills Frank now, you're going to watch me scream. What the fuck? We don't know who's doing it. Okay, Spy Master. Go ahead and scheme. Let's also make sure it's not him actually doing it. I think we might have an idea of who might be doing it. Kotoko Panchi. Why is she our rival? What did I do to her? I don't know, but she's also got the Byakugan along with the Greats here. Wow, that's another one. That's like two in the same generation. That's exactly why I want to start playing as Frank, so that we might have the option to awaken whatever his grey blood equivalent is. Or the other... Sorry, that's from the other one, isn't it? But whatever the two combined bloodline equivalents are. The hosts are fighting each other. Well, that makes my life a lot easier. Okay, fine. So I want to leave these guys, obviously, for a couple of months to reinforce. But at the rate these guys are pulling each other apart, we might have to fight either of them at this stage. Daughter. Potentially another grey blood daughter. This is the final one. This one has to work. We'll do nothing for now. Come on. Come on. Give me the event. What? Oh, there we are. 25%. Come on. Live. She actually did. Holy fuck. That was lucky. I think we'll arrange a matrilineal betrothal right here and right now before I forget. No, we can't. There's no one worth it. Unless when we play as Frank, we get around to seducing her. That guarantees a grey blood succession. And then we get Frank to seduce his sister. Maybe Frank never marries. All their kids, in theory, I guess, will have grey blood. But I wonder if they've got the same thing, or whether or not grey blood inherits without running the risk. That would be insane. And then between the two of them, they might be able to find an entire dynasty. We'll do whichever... Which character was it again? So first one to get the bloodline. Yeah, it was after you. We'll do what this guy did. Get along quite nicely with all of his sisters, so to speak, until they have enough kids to keep the bloodline going, and then we can marry them all back in when it's watered down a little bit. I think that's the play. By keeping our retinue out of harm's way for a couple of months, we've reinforced up to 7,500 troops. They've been picking each other apart, and they've split their troops right down. So I think with Fafnir leading everybody, we'll go ahead and put everybody on the center. This is going to be a complete wipeout, and I'll put some other troops on the sub-units as well, because I tend to forget to do that. Right, let's get all of you boys on the center. We've got Freezer, 40 Marshal. We've got a Dragon, 26 Marshal. This is insane. Even the regular guys, look at this. 24, Organizer, Aggressive Leader, Siege Leader, 21 Marshal. Our weakest Marshal has 21, which is phenomenal. There we are. Okay, these guys are... I mean, we're going to absolutely wipe them out here, as long as they don't reinforce. Boom. The power of cultural retinue in the hands of a ridiculous madman like our boy. Now, I've got to be very careful. These are still risky battles. Bear in mind, you know, one river crossing, something like that. A leader does not an army make, unfortunately. So I'm going to be somewhat more careful about which battles we choose to get involved with. Look, that's what we want to see. I can't believe that. I took the risky play with the retinues. I'll be honest, the lazy play with the retinues. And it paid off massively. Incredible. Now we'll move in and crush both their armies while they're both at low morale. Incredible. Right, you're done. Thank you. And then move south while they are still at low morale. Sure, we're crossing over a river crossing there. Throw out half morale. It's going to make no fucking difference. 84%. We'll go ahead and force you guys to surrender. Where are they going to now, then? Oh, they're going to retreat into us. Done. Easy. Oh, the retinue. I'm so impressed by it. The option to become monastic feudal, which I'm going to deny in favor of obviously becoming imperial in a second. I'm trying to check. So we get the... Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we get granted the thingy. We get known as great. Okay, yeah, that's fine. All right. So we will do that as Frank, then. How long until we can dismantle the Imperial Court? Ruled for 5 years or greater, obviously, because we had to throw away the title and then build it back up. So we've only got to wait another... I mean, less than a year, and then this guy can secede. And by secede, I mean commit honorable seppuku. And then we'll play as Frank, and we'll try guiding his destiny immediately, try and get those powers unlocked as soon as possible. Because it's not just the grey blood. Like, I didn't really make it clear, but again, we've got the two separate mods going on here. we've not just got the Grey Blood, but we've got potentially 2 separate powers coming from those, and then a combined power from the both of them as well. I believe there is a downside to it. It's incredibly risky from the other mod that we could end up going straight up blind, which would suck when the whole power of this dynasty comes from their eyes. So we'll have a retinue on the peninsula, 21,000 troops who deal with any cultural unrest, any religious unrest, anything else, and then with the rest of the points we'll put together a domestic retinue to sit in our capital and deal with any peasant revolts, mainly host wars obviously coming for the Kingdom of Japan, which there'll be plenty of people with claims on at this stage. In fact, I dread a fucking thing. Claimants. Oh, there's only 4 of them. Okay, that's not nearly as bad as I thought. The real issue is going to come from host wars with unlanded people far down in the line of succession. Luckily, the next 2 immediate ones are both landed with crappy little provinces there. I'm keeping a very close... Oh, God, horsey and affectionate. Fucking hell, we need to take control of this kid pretty goddamn post-haste. Oh, what is this? Oh. The Imperial Road has started to crumble. Well, that's nowhere near as good. If the wants it, the can fix it. Thank you. Both the builder songs are a little bit different now, I remember. Okay, it's the cursed Soviet version, I guess. Fine. How about the Imperial Court, though? Are we done? Be gone. Leaving the Imperial Court without effective leadership would surely lead to rounds through, and perhaps I should appoint a Peshwa. What does that mean? Oh, no, I want to disband it. What? Maybe that's... Maybe that was supposed to be if you want to leave the Imperial Court as the head of the Imperial Court, rather than take apart the society. But the society has fallen apart because obviously we can't establish a new Imperial Court. Cool. With that said, is there anything else I need to do with this dude? Let me just quickly take a look. I swear there was something else I had to do, but... Oh my god, hang on a minute. What the hell is she doing? May the blood god protect the pristine dynasty. Segunda Sangui Oculi tier 8 of 9. Holy shit. Now at its full power, the Sangui Oculi will never blind its user. And there's apparently a tier above that, too. I've got to keep an eye. This sounds like she's going to become the strongest character we've ever seen in Japan. No further ado. Begone, thoughts. Begone. There we are. A little bit of delay there. The great Shogun Panchi Fafnir of Japan is dead. His soul awaiting rebirth in the great cycle of life, committing to the earth. Shogun Fafnir has ascended to heaven at the age of 33. He committed honorable seppuku, a shining example of diligence. His duty was never neglected. A godly man, Fafnir is with Yaoyorozu now. Shogun Frank II, merely 10 years old. Fucking Frank II. Oh, shit. What have I done? Can we use any of his bloodline powers yet? I guess we've got to wait till he's an adult or something like that. Wouldn't it be appropriate for this character, Frank II, to become the king of anime? Given that he has all of the anime powers, in brackets, just powers from Naruto, close brackets. Okay. 10 years old. Shitty childhood traits. Really just atrocious childhood traits. Get all the bureaucracy done first. Now, I'd like to create the Empire of Korea. We just can't afford it. The reason I want to do that... Kabuto. The helmet. I don't need that. Fucking get out of here. The reason I want to create the Empire of Korea is because the Japanese Imperial Government type prevents you from creating new Empire tier titles. Now, with China, there's a decision that allows us to create that. So, we need to make we just need to make the Korean Empire before we flip over to Imperial, otherwise it'll make some strange shit happen. Those who like Shogun Panchi Fafnir the Handsome will improve their opinion of you. Those who hate him might not be pleased. I assume everybody liked him. As you grow and your power matures, it's time for you to decide where you direct that energy. Would you like to strengthen your body or improve your eyes? Gains the trait nothing. Illuminate my eyes. Juvenile virtue. Oh. What do you think? Illuminate... So will that give us maybe the higher tier of grayscale? Okay, so I just looked it up. This one will give us the increased level of grayscale. The tooltip's a little bit broken, but it should work. That will give us the next level of grayscale. As you can kind of see, there's like a little marking there. I assume it follows like Roman numerals or something, but you can see that that will increase as we go for that. Or we increase our eyes. Obviously, I've got to go for the eye powers. The eye powers have served us completely up to this stage, and we've got to see that through. How's our sister doing? Well, let's go ahead and train her in struggle. Let's make sure both the kids have a good guardian, and then the second this guy, and obviously she turns of age, seduction focus all in. We'll redeem this dynasty through nothing but inbreeding once again. My God, so many generations of just pure incest. All of these powers came from one man. And let's also go back to Shinto, too. There we go. Sure, we must have plenty of good guardians. Genius, brawny, diligent, just, ambitious, shrewd. Yeah, you're good. Okay. You'll do, and then you assign guardian. The reason I picked struggle for her as well is because, although obviously we can't make her a martial leader or anything, it will help strengthen their bond. Why can the other dude not educate her? He's already got 2 wards. Fuck. All right, we're gonna have to give us to someone else then. There's plenty of good characters, so it's not as if we're struggling here. All right, we'll go for you then. Frieza, Panchi. Don't let me down here. I wonder if we timed that just right then, because maybe the AI would have just picked randomly. So we could have ended up with like crappy, like medium eyes and then medium grayscale or something like that, rather than go all in one way or another. I like the idea of getting this up to the maximum. Now, I will admit, they are giving health negatives. Oh, I guess that's the reason. You make your eyes stronger, it's more of a drain on your health, but then you want to make your grayscale stronger to make up for that. So if you level it out, you become an overall medium character, but if you go all in on the eyes, perhaps it's more of a dangerous thing. Interesting. I should be a little bit more careful then. Melee to Rowdy. We want Rowdy. Yep, done. Empire of Korea. Done. We need to work on... man, seduction focus, though, kind of goes contrary to gaining purity or piety, whatever you want to call it. Shit. There might be some buildings, maybe some like wonder buildings that we could add to work on that. Because at the rate we're going, we're never going to be able to climb the Chrysanthemum Throne. Bear in mind, it's 2,500 purity. A slight issue with being the, with becoming the king of anime. You can't hold 3 simultaneous empires. You can't hold more than 1 with this mod. So I'll have to change it so we own all of de jure Korea, all of de jure China, and then all of de jure Japan. It's a very minor change, but it will actually allow us to fulfill that, rather than having 3 empires, which is not such a good method of doing it in hindsight. Oh, no. She's gone. That's our mother, bearing in mind. Your acquaintance? Wait, no, that's not our mother. That's our mother's sister? Honestly, I just saw her traits and thought, hang on a minute. No, that's definitely not. So they're currently all doing the blood moon. So that means everybody with pristine blood go and kill one another until only one stands supreme. And that's how they get the stronger eye powers. It's quite a cool concept. Oh my god, she's actually fucking done it. She's actually fucking done it. Murdered on the orders of... So, because she had pristine blood. Oh my god, our mother has become the... Ultima Sanguis Oculi. What kind of power have you unleashed to fucking... What? Wow. She's become the ultimate. Look at that. My god, Blood Moon Survivor. Fellow member of the Pristine Survivor of the infamous Blood Moon. She's actually done it. She succeeded through the whole event. And I guess that's how they balance it out, right? They live a little bit less time because they are so disgustingly powerful. Fucking hell. And she's our Empress Dowager. What's a Kebushi? That's a marshal, right? Oh, intrigue. That makes a lot of sense. Having her as our... My god, having her as our intrigue character is absurd. Ah, yes, we'll write a book at the age of 11. Fuck it. Martial themes, stewardship, learning. Let's write a martial theme. I always write stewardship themes, hoping to get how to build a well, but it's a little bit pointless now, isn't it? It's a little bit pointless when we've got everything already being built forever. Okay, so we've got a crappy martial education. We've got well, I mean, slightly above average martial education, slightly above average diplomatic. Terrible intrigue, ironically enough, given that we've got eyes that can see through all, perceive things no other eye could, except our mother, for example, who is a beast of a woman. Fine. I mean, beast is in a... I mean, quite literally in this series, unlike the series where we played in Tibet, where she was quite literally a beast of a woman. Done. Okay, obviously, I've got to go martial education. I'm going to have super magic eye powers. I'm not going to lie, the swaying of all these spears is kind of making me a bit sick. Then again, it is a Friday night. Actually, what day is it today? It's a Wednesday night. It's Wednesday night. Look, okay, I've just been locked in this box, this warm coffin, playing CK2 for the past 2 days. You can't laugh at me for that. You can't laugh at me for that. I don't have eyes that can perceive all thing, after all. Content, that will not do. You useless fucking shit. Luckily, we might get the childhood event where we become rivals with Frieza Panchi, but in exchange, he might give us ambitious. And if he doesn't, I'll kill him dead either way. Oh, I don't know. He's actually quite powerful. He's got the Byakugan, and he's got the high tier, and he's genius, and he's brawny. You know what I haven't checked in? Oh. You know what I haven't checked in a long, long time? That is the Wyvern Balls. Completely forgot about them. Where are they? We've got Chief Grigory. Miles away, but still in the same province. We've got Durgan Weaklegs. Where's his capital? There. Fine. Doable. You are a random man somewhere. Oh, he's part of a fucking revolt. The Nubian revolt? Okay. And then you are... So actually 3 of the 4 remaining Wyvern Balls up. 3 of the 4. Wait. We've got 2. There are 7 in total. Someone else got 2? Or am I going insane? Hang on. What? Whoa. What have we got again? We've got 7 and 3. 7. Yeah, I think one's gone missing. 7 and 3. You've got 5. You've got 2. You've got 1. 7, 3, 5, 2, 1, 4. What are we missing? 6. Where's the 6 star? Hey. That could be an issue, because they're supposed to be indestructible. But sometimes, due to strange CK2 mechanics, they can disappear. Unless some moron shipped it off to fucking China. We haven't got the 6 star, have we? And I've completely gone mad. 3 star, 7 star. The 6 star Wyvern Ball is gone. Oh, great. Well, I guess that's ruined that. Wouldn't it be a shame if it were to roll onto the shores of Japan? Can't we equip Flameo Hotman? Oh my god, you need Sunblood for it? Fuck. That's a shame. Oh my god, I need that as well. Damn it. Oh, all our good artifacts are... Oh my god, we've got 3 strange chests. Why would I give a shit about that? Good news, everyone. The fort that my man Chief Grigory was building on the other side of the world has been abandoned. Great news. That's a fantastic development. I forgot I got everyone... So who was supposed to have it? I think it was Alonso Suarez lost it. Because I don't know why else we would have had him special interest, given that he hasn't got anything of note. And then you were the... Oh, weird. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. And then I had you as special interest for reasons I don't quite know either. So he's got one of the Wyvern Balls. You have Golden Sword. Oh, it's the Bloodlines, I assume. The Pristine Blood. Got it. And then you have nothing as well. You lost yours. Brilliant, moron. But your liege has it now, as I recall. Durgan Weaklegs. Yeah, that's it. And then the other one we could potentially get was the Knights Templar. Yes. Okay. Oh. Well, I was just about to say, it's like another 7 months, and then we are old. Old enough to actually do things. As you grow and your power matures, it's time for you to decide whether you direct that energy, strengthen your body, improve your eyes. Yet to mature virtute. Minus 15% fertility. I can't do that. You're mad. From that, we got Grayscale 2. Grayscale 2 _ desk. Nice and broken. Still fantastic to hear. Stewardship +4. Learning +4. Health +3. Right. So that's exactly how you're supposed to play it then. A few eye powers. A few... Does that also give fertility? It doesn't. Oh, God. So breeding the Grayscale into future generations is also going to be pretty damn hard. Got to find the balancing act. I feel like we might end up missing out on a lot of the cool shit, though, if he's only got boring old... shitty powers. Maybe it just happens once every few years, because it doesn't seem anything significant. Maybe it's every 5 years. Oh my god, he's not at all what I imagined. Just a random Irish dude. Brilliant strategist. We gained... What? We lost quick. Oh my god, Rowdy became dull. You fucking moron. Okay. So, given that our sister is significantly younger than us, she is currently 7. We're going to be waiting another 10 years, I would hope, before anything happens to her. So, let's go for theology focus. Let's try and get the... Let's go for make a friend, actually. That'll be a bit more useful right now. Let's try and get the purity we need to restore the Chrysanthemum Throne. Let's hold a bunch of Hanamis. Let's... What else can we do? We got any societies? Warriors Guild, Berserkers, Amazons, Dragon King, Ghost Gatherers. None of those seem particularly pious. In fact, I would say it's probably quite the opposite. Bollocks. Well, we'll see what the theology focus throws our way. Ruler are married? Be gone. Get out of here. We've only got eyes for one woman. Oh god, what a strange thing to say. Look, it's just their way. It's just their traditional way. Okay, we can't hold themselves to our standards. You want to? They've got magic eye powers. Okay, they're already a strange people. Oh, we also got aggressive leader when we got brilliant strategist. Oh, right, we haven't had this event in quite some time actually. I don't remember the last time we had this event in any series. Arms and other supplies have been brought to the hospital and make life much easier for those in need. Proud, zealous. Zealous. Amaterasu made it possible. I'd probably normally go for gregarious because that also gives the vassal opinion, but in this case, 50% chance of zealous. Come on. You shit. Do we at least get... Oh, we didn't even get monthly piety or anything out of that. Rubbish. The Butcher of Barley. That's a cool name. So the Koreans are actually reunified in the north. Oh, wow. That's actually genuinely quite impressive. And then again, they've had a lot of cultural pushback too. Like the Jurchens have been almost entirely assimilated by... Well, obviously not entirely assimilated, but they've been massively pushed back. Bear in mind, all that Jurchen land is essentially Korean now, besides Hai Sui, which won't last long. That genuinely won't last long when they are almost fully surrounded like that. Gives prestige, but I'm hoping there are options in the Hanami to... day or a night. Let's go for a nighttime Hanami. That seems like a good idea. Decorate extensively. Gives local revolt risk lower and tax modifier higher for 50 gold. That's obviously fantastic. Do you want to entertain your guests? Yeah, sure. Why not? Sympathy for pagan religions. No, 50 purity. Thank you. Under the cherry blossoms. The cherry blossoms are in full bloom in Yamashiro, and hundreds of paper lanterns hang from them to illuminate the night. As your vassals arrive from both near and far, you look out across your garden with your magic eyes. Welcome. Welcome. And we need to give this man a beard. He's got like an offensively sharp chin. I don't know about that one, but I'm going to go for it. Oh my god. What? As the Hanami continues, you find Panchi Nagai, dry throat, asleep in your garden. Temptation to draw something on his face is impossible to overcome. Okay, let's scribble on the dragon. Let's do it. Apparently, he enjoyed the food we had prepared and seemed fit to publicly praise you for it. Shame about the decorations on his face. The Shirabiyoshi you hired for the Hanami have performed quite well throughout the event. So the truly exceptional, no doubt they are well trained. Thank you. About the piety. Nope, that's not what I want. Piety. Game Master. Oh. We played a game of Go. As in, go fetch that Sharpie. I'll keep doing this if victory is mine. I'll keep doing this. Game Master. That's incredibly good. Oh no, he looks like Joe Exotic. Okay, we're going to stick with that then. Frank II of Japan. Extremely cursed. How are we looking with the... So, in theory, I think it's every 5 years, right? So, in 3 years' time, we're hoping for more of its magic eye powers. I wonder if the first time around then, when he was 5, whether or not he got prompted. Maybe the AI doesn't even get prompted. Maybe it's only if you're the player. I can't imagine this would ever occur naturally, right? I mean, even for us to spend the entire game doing it, it was a massive ball ache to try and pull off. It just occurred to me, we've got the regular time limit on the game. 231 years. We've only got like 100 years left before the game ends. That's not true. It's like 150 years left before the game ends. And we've only just got Japan and Korea. Although, to be fair, we spent a lot of the time as a crappy little count trying to take everything. But now that we've got ourselves built up quite well, bear in mind we went from count to emperor in a single generation. We're going to take over the education of our younger sister. So let's go in. We can give it to Frank. Oh my god, I can't believe how good she came out, though. She's also an imperial counselor. 44 marshals. She just dwarfs everybody else with all our selected breeding. Just our random AI that we kidnapped from the other side of the planet ended up dominating just about everyone else. Mind? Or, I don't give a fuck, let the hospital burn down. Why the hell would I ever choose that? Did we get kind out of that? That would have been quite a nice one to get, because there were a couple of... Oh, for fuck's sake. There were a couple of vassals that refused to come to the Hanami, which is never a good sign. Normally I'd bribe them, but it was quite a lot. They were only counts, so it wasn't a big deal. What do you want? Student of language. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah. So obviously we get the permanent modifier, the linguist. I don't remember what it is. Oh, we're now into the rich. I don't know if that's really what we want to be. So we're going to have another Hanami. We're going to do it during the day this time. I'll do it myself. Yeah, okay. We'll see if we can get Gardener from this as well. That would be quite crazy if you're able to get that many lifestyle events from what is essentially just a fancy feast. Only 2 people refuse this time. I imagine it's because our character's no longer really, really young. I think teenager doesn't disappear, though, until you actually turn 20 in CK2. They don't care whether you're a 14-year-old... Well, I mean, like a 13-year-old ruler or a 19-year-old ruler. It all apparently counts as teenager to them. Pretty wench is throwing herself at you. I genuinely thought I said a petty wrench. I can't resist her. 45% chance of lustful. Or not. Apparently you can resist her. 15% chance of diligent from learning our phrases. Nothing. Fuck you. Frank, you've had so many opportunities, my friend, and the only good thing you had was ambitious, and that's from your friggin' guardian being a decent person. Right, so we will hang on till the 1st of June and see if we get the opportunity to increase our magic eye powers once again. At that stage, we can kind of get a feeling for the balance. We might want to upgrade the grey scale before we go for our eyes to buy ourselves that bonus extra health. But we have Burley, given a 0.3, and we've got Brawny, given +1. So we could afford to take a little bit of a health malus. I mean, that gives +3. That gives 0. Yeah, it's 1.5. So we can afford to go up to the next tier regardless. Omi Garden. That's what we want. The Fountain of Youth. What is it? What do we need to build that again? We need to be a mystic. That was pretty good last time we had that. It wasn't fantastic, but it's pretty good. Fertility 5%. Yep, we're going to need that. Especially if the eyes give the minus 25% or whatever ridiculous it was. He's 20 and we haven't had the event yet. Maybe it's not exactly when they turn every 5 years. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, there we go. 30 more purity with a chance of getting some more. So we're probably only going to collect to about 1,000 by the end of today. But we're also only 20. So we can definitely, as this guy, unless something terrible happens to him, we can definitely become... Oh, there we are. Multilingual. Nice. Learning +1, diplomacy +1. Definitely become the emperor. Whoa? What about the money that you gave him? Ah, shit. We're trying to find one of the fancy swords. I've not seen that one before, though, where... I think that was from the Hanami. Oh, there we go. So it is about every 5 years. Cool. Let's go for that one. Let's go for the level 3 Magic Guy Powers. Minus 15%, but it's only minus 2.25. Man, it's still not very good, though, is it? I think I would have preferred the Pristine Blood, just full stop, compared to these. We've got 3 more tiers of eyes, and let's assume it is every 5 years on average. That means we're going to be like 35 before we actually get around to the tier 6. That's if we're willing to take on the dangerous health malices that come with it. Well, right now we're still more than breaking even. Bear in mind, that's +3 and that's minus 2.5. Yeah. So we're getting another +1 health from, again, we're getting +1 health from theology. As long as we're careful, maybe pick the family focus rather than seduction. No, we need the seduction, otherwise we can't do anything with her. Damn it. Okay, we can pick her in education now. What's she like? Terrible. Really, really bad. Diplomacy education for you, then. Got that sword that gives +1 health as well, so I've gone ahead and thrown that one on. We could also wear our kimono, our armor. Oh, right, so we're an adult now. We can also wear the shoes, because children can't wear shoes. Obviously, they're not quite actually just shoes, funnily enough. This says it's paused, but it's just where the palace is being restored. I don't remember how we actually check that. Oh, yeah, it's just... the interface. I've noticed the interface for the wonders are absolute shit. So, because this was damaged, and we had so many other things paused because we went into debt building up the retinues, when I was trying to cycle through, it was always defaulting back to this one. So I had to click it to go to that one, click again to go to the next wonder, click it again to go back to this palace, and then click it again to go to the next wonder. It's really... Oh, hello. As your path to grey enlightenment continues to evolve, you have the opportunity to enhance your power by condensing it into a sphere of power. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that sounds fun. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, you will see my dense spheres. We'll leave it there for today, then. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, we'll see what magic powers this game has in store for us that I'm sure are horribly broken, and we'll probably get us killed at the ripe old age of 25. Thank you all for watching. Tomorrow, I will fix everything so that we can actually have China, Korea, Japan, all nicely together at long last. A big thank you to this month's insane top tier level patrons for making the channel possible in the first place. For today, we have a big thank you going out to Siphon, Bwengun, Ciala, Scorched, Sarabi, Oliver, Harik, Wilson Atef, Goatfather, Caden Carter, Angelo, Tyler Kendall, Under the Couch, Bobka, Necrophilan, and the rest of the insane top tier level patrons, of course, for going to that degree of keeping the channel going. Big thank you to you guys. A big thank you as well to Blood for the Blood God, Asaro, Bokbin, King Snitch Gaming, Utrecht Haddon, Anchor, Spirit085, Voodoo Mumbo, Mr. Awesome, Sam Kears, Don, Monty, Smooth Octopus, Swifty21, Noobmeister, and the other patrons as well for keeping the channel going this month. Utrecht Haddon, Anchor, Spirit085, Voodoo Mumbo, Mr. Awesome, Sam Kears, Don, Monty, Smooth Octopus, Swifty21, Noobmeister, and the other patrons as well for keeping the channel going this month.